I hear this a lot. The 49ers had a down year last year because of injuries, and they're going to bounce back this year because of health. They're going to be much healthier this year, and they're already much healthier. And I guess it makes sense. Last year, it seemed like there were some really weird things. I mean, Pearsall got shot. That's not going to happen again. So, but still, I think if you just look at it, there seem to be injuries right now. I mean, Brandon Aiyuk's still hurt. Jawan Jennings has a calf injury, he's out. Ricky Pearsall pulled his hamstring again. Michael Williams, the first round pick, hamstring. Alfred Collins, a second round pick, calf. Christian McCaffrey and Trent Williams still have to get through the whole year. Is it a given that this is going to be a healthier team this year?
Iggy, the people you named that have injuries, are they not practicing?
Not practicing. No, not practicing at all.
Well, let's just, before we get to is it a given, is it a good thing that these people, it's just the beginning of training camp? Is it a good thing that they're not practicing? Does it sort of raise an eyebrow?
I mean, let's take you through today. Jawan Jennings has been phenomenal at OTAs. He was great last year. He's not practicing today. He's jogging around the sideline. We asked Kyle afterward, and he says, "Oh, it's just his calf." Just his calf? That's what they said about McCaffrey last year. It's just his calf. It's no big deal. So it could just be no big deal. But if it were his Achilles, they would say, "Oh, it's just his calf. It's no big deal." I guess we'll find out.
Okay, so this is more not about the player, but more about the messaging that you can't necessarily take what Kyle says to the bank. Can't take it to the bank what he says about injuries. And we're not calling him a liar because all coaches are like that.
Correct.
They don't want you to know, and they don't want the league to know, so they try to downplay it.
Right.
So I mean, I dealt with that for 40 years. If I were Kyle, I'd do the same thing.
It's the culture of the NFL for sure.
Yeah, but it means we don't know anything right now about Jennings.
Right.
So what we have here is players who should be healthy today.
Yeah.
Pearsall should be healthy.
Right.
This Michael guy should be healthy. Why not? And the idea that already they're not healthy, it gives you pause. So when you say, is it a given they'll be healthy this season? No, it's not a given. It's not also not a given. We don't know, Iggy, but they shouldn't be in the position of we don't know. Right. Not this early.
What's disconcerting, at least for this franchise, if you've been following it as long as we have, I mean, all of us have been following this team a long time. The Niners have really had injury issues going back to, I want to say, midway through the Harbaugh years. And really 2023 was a year they didn't have many injury issues. Maybe that was the aberration. Maybe this is a team in a franchise that is just frequently has this problem. I mean, most teams do to a degree. It's football. It's a violent sport. But it seems like the 49ers more than very often are in this situation with players. And it's weird that it's happening in June right now.
And would you say weird? Would you say troubling?
It is troubling. Like Ricky Pearsall, we're all expecting he's going to take a big step forward this year, right? Because so many things happened outside of his control last year, and he finished the season strong. He had that one good game against the Lions, and that shows that he's going to take a leap. Well, you have to be on the practice field practicing to take the leap. And so far, he missed all of OTAs and minicamp. Maybe he'll be healthy for the rest of the year, but he's so far behind, and he turns 25 in September.
That's troubling.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about the first round draft choice?
PrizePicks will give you $50 when you play your first $5 lineup. Win or lose, you'll get $50 for playing. Use promo code Cohn, COHN, and download the app now.
He's there. He means well. He says all the right things. All the players like him. He was out there for rookie minicamp in the first week of OTAs. He didn't practice last week. He didn't practice today. He's with the trainer. They're watching him. He's doing all that he can, but he had injuries in college. He played through a high ankle sprain last year. Now he's got a hamstring injury. Injuries have been an issue with him, and sometimes the Niners are a little too cavalier about investing with players who are like that. Guys who've had extensive injury histories who are just happen to be hurt a lot. He's hurt again. Maybe he's just a guy who's hurt. We don't know. We don't know. He's 20 years old. We'll see.
Okay, but again, it's obvious. You'd prefer him to be practicing and not to be hurt.
Right.
So
You're a
again, with
rookie. These practices matter. You only get 4 of them this offseason. Now, when he gets to training camp, he's going to have to hit the ground running, and they're expecting him to start week 1. I mean, he has to really catch up.
right, and then there's the issue: if he hits the ground running, he might hurt himself again.
Right. And there's more guys who are out right now that I didn't even mention. Yatir Gross-Matos hasn't practiced at all. Malik Mustafa coming back from a second torn ACL, probably won't be there week 1. Brandon Aiyuk, who knows? He was there today, though.
Let me ask you about Aiyuk, and I'm not being ironic at all. I just want to know. You said he was messing around, jogging around. Did he seem relatively healthy?
Yeah, absolutely. He wasn't wearing any kind of protective anything on his knee. He wasn't with the people rehabbing. Now, maybe he's not. I didn't see him run. I saw him hanging around as if he was healthy and maybe had the flu or something. He was there. But I guess when I see him run and cut, that'll be a different thing. But he didn't seem like he had any type of limp or restrictions.
Okay. Do you have any idea when he'll be ready to play in a season game?
Maybe he'll be ready to play. He got hurt in October, so maybe he'll be ready to go in October at some point, 12 months. I just think it's probably a stretch to expect him to be the full Aiyuk in 2025. A lot of players can come back in a year, but they're not really themselves until the second year back.
Okay. Did he seem to be getting along well with his teammates?
Yeah, he had a football. He was playing catch with the rookie Jordan Watkins. It seemed like he was trying his hardest to be a leader and I'm not going to say a captain, but a teammate. It was impressive.
Was he chatting with the head coach?
No.
Okay.
No.
But
he was
no
hanging out
one
with wide
was.
receivers. Baby steps.
Okay, fair enough.